What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review, or maybe just a short summary of Queen Sugar. I said I was going to finish out this season. This is episode 7. They will bloom and become you. Is that right? They will bloom and welcome you. That's the name of the episode. And it's probably gonna be more of a summary than anything. It's gonna be more of a summary. It's gonna be more of a summary because the season has already ended. You guys have already watched it. Um, those of you who are here probably just want to see what my opinion was, want to see me go off on somebody. I may do that. I may do that because Kofi, not Kofi. It wasn't Kofi. It wasn't Kofi. It was Ralph Angel, the character that got on my nerves. This was the episode where Ralph Angel decided to go to the police and respond to them looking for him. Okay. So we open up with the episode with Ralph Angel and Darla standing in front of the jailhouse. He said Charlie was on her way and her lawyer was right behind her. That's what he told Darla as he decided to walk into this jail. Now, far as I know, the police just wanted Ralph Angel for questioning, right? They didn't say whether he was a suspect, but they had to ask some questions. And they had been looking for him everywhere. They came by the house. They had checked over the Hollywood spot. You know, Theo had been arrested for the crimes of breaking into the Landry facilities. This is where things got wonky for me for Ralph Angel. He's sitting out there and he's talking to Darla, and Darla's like, well, you were strong. He said, I'm sorry, Darla, for whatever had happened. I'm sorry. He didn't say he was sorry for doing it. He just sorry for it that he got caught. That's pretty much what it was. He just got sorry he got caught. And so he telling Darla he apologized and he's sorry. And she like, you know what? I got you, boo. Darla being Darla as she always is. Always standing by Ralph Angel's side. Always supporting him. Even when he wrong. Even when he wrong. She said she wasn't going nowhere. No matter what. We've been through hard times before. We can get through hard times together again, So my hair look crooked to me. It looks crooked. I think it's because whatever. Okay, so yeah, that's what happens. So Ralph Angel goes into the jail. Then we get a phone call from Charlie. Charlie, we go to Prosper next. Not Charlie. We go to Prosper. Prosper's sitting over there with his daughter. I don't forgot the child's name. What is his daughter's name? I forgot the child's name. He's sitting over there with his daughter, who actually her storyline got on my nerves too. Okay, because it's so flip-floppity. It's so wishy-washy. She ain't making sense. It don't sound like she's telling the all the way truth any longer. Okay, this is the day after her and Vi got into it, and she admitted or she let everybody know that Jimmy Dale, I always want to call him Jimmy Earl, Jimmy Dale took advantage of her. Okay, and she's pissed off at the fact, Vi, you never did try to figure out what the truth was. You just believed him. I was a child. I was a victim in this situation, right? And she stormed out. So it's the next day. Billy. That's the girl name, Billy. What? Is this just me? Or did I'm the one that noticed that the light-skinned people got boys' names? Charlie. I know that ain't her name. And then Billy. And then Parker. What is that about? Charlie, Billy, Parker. Any other? Interesting. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so we they there, and she fixing him food. She pulled out one of Mama's old recipes. That looked like a sunny side up egg, some cut up avocados, some tomatoes. What you need a recipe for to make that for, girl? You that bad of a cook? Seems that, it's time for her really to go home. She's been there a long time. Now, I could have sworn that they said Billy Kids was young. I could have sworn they said her kids was like 12, 13 back before Billy decided to come, like in a couple of seasons. Now these kids supposedly grown. You know, she was on a work call with them and she was saying that she thinks it's best to go her to go back home, especially because of the kids. Prosper asked her to stay. That's pretty much their whole story. But when she got to sit down to talk to Prosper, she finally sat down to talk to him to tell him what really happened. Jimmy Dale used to talk nice to her, charm her. Then he wanted to go a little further, and she was able to knee him in the nuts or punch him in the gut or something like that. She handled herself to get him off of her, whatever, right? So he didn't actually assault her. He just attempted to do it. But she had said something like, when she was talking to Nova, the whole town believed Jimmy Dale. And, the rumors just kept going around and around. Nobody believed her. Her mama, her family didn't believe her. Her own daddy didn't believe her. Her friend didn't believe her. So she packed up at the age of 18 and took off and never looked back. Now she's sitting here saying, that didn't happen. She's sitting here saying, Prosper didn't know. Prosper saying he didn't know. And she was like, well, it was rumors going all around town. It was everybody's dirty little secret. How could you not know? I just thought that you believed the rumors, But he's saying, no, he didn't even know what had happened. He thought that she just left because he was an ain't shit daddy and treated her bad. That's why he thought why she left all these years. She said she told her mama. Her mama said it was her fault. And then Prosper said, your mama's from a different time. You from the same time that she from, Prosper. You from the same time that she from. I didn't get it. I didn't get her whole, it just didn't make sense to me for them to write it in such a fashion. Like, she's like, no, well, he didn't do this, but he did. No, he didn't, but, he got close, but, my daddy taught me how to have a good right hook. And I'm like, so you bolted from town just because of rumors. It wasn't even about the fact that your daddy was, like, really disconnected from you. I didn't get it. I didn't get to her storyline. But he want her to stay. And she gonna stay. I guess we got one season left of Queen Sugar, y'all. One season left. And this season has been really hard on me as a viewer because a lot of things are just not adding up to me at all. Nobody still knows anything about what happened to Nova, her arrest down in New Orleans, and her being the activist that she is, and being connected to St. Joe, this being a family name. That news should have traveled fast, but nobody knew anything about what happened to Nova. Ralph Angel, like I said, took himself to the jail. Now it's the next day, and Charlie called up all the family like, hey, we all need to meet down at the jail. Ralph Angel got locked up last night. What do you mean he got locked up last night? Nova was locked up too last night. Okay, but what do you mean he got locked up last night? He went in to talk to them, answer some questions, and now he's locked up. It didn't make sense. So Darla sitting down at the jail, Charlie sitting down at the jail, and Charlie was like, I really wish you guys had called me before he decided to turn himself in. He didn't decide to turn himself in, according to Darla. He just came out here to answer some questions. But I could have sworn when we started this episode off, Ralph Angel said Charlie is on her way right now, and the lawyer is not far behind her. And now it's the next morning, and he done been there all night. Charlie got to bail him out of jail. I don't know how she got to bail him out of jail, because I know you have to go appear in front of a judge before you get bail set. But Charlie bailed him out of jail the next day. And they standing there in the jail. And that's when Charlie realized that Ralph Angel really did do it. He said, I made sure I turned the cameras off. Pump the brakes. Now, I know the last episode that I watched, episode 6, Ralph Angel had been doing the job with Theo for a few different occasions at this point. Now, they were supposed to be still in a computer equipment out of this office. Ralph Angel was supposed to be the getaway driver. Well, one of the guys didn't show up, remember, in the last episode. So Ralph Angel had to come help. Well, evidently, Ralph Angel has been upgraded to tech support because he disabled all the cameras. He made sure of it. He made sure his face wasn't going to get seen. And Theo, he out of jail. Well, we all knew that Theo set him up. We all knew it. But this the thing. If you hadn't showed up, you couldn't have been set up. If you hadn't put yourself in that position, you couldn't have been set up. You have to actively be there in order to be set up. You could have stayed your ass at home. You could have just took the money from your wife's trust fund that she already got. Okay, to help pay bills, to make things. But your ego, your pride was getting in the way. That's what I told him a little later. It's all about ego and pride. You know, he said I had to get what was mine. What you mean you had to get what was yours? Well, you know, Sam Landry poisoned my land with the pesticides and stuff. So, because he poisoned your land with the pesticides, this was your way of getting him back. To continuously go there with Theo and steal computers from this warehouse. Computers that was probably insured. You know, wasn't really hurting Sam for real. Because they were probably insured. But yeah, that's what you thought to do. And now they gotta come bail you out, okay? So he's sitting there talking with the family, and everybody's sitting there just in tears and upset. And, you know, I had to do what I got to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times that they got to hold me down. You know how many times I got to be there. Why I got to be down so long and keep getting kicked and kicked and kicked? And did you thought that this right here was elevating you, bro? Val, you already told me I wasn't a man. But should I have went to my wife, my parents, and asked money? Should I have went to Charlie and got money from her? You know, came to you and got money from you? Is that what being a man's about? No, I had to do what I had to do to take care of my family. Yes, Ralph Angel, that is what being a man is about. Going to people and asking for help when you need it. Okay? You took out a loan against the property so you could, like, do a harvest. That failed. And then you couldn't pay that loan back. So you got payday loans. And then you couldn't pay those back because you didn't have no job with no income to pay back a payday loan, which they usually verify, but that's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. Okay. So you did all that and you couldn't pay that back. So instead of like putting down your pride and your ego and going to ask for help as a man would do, you decided to go robbing and stealing some computers that you're supposed to be a getaway driver, upgraded to tech support. That's what you decided to do, right? I was frustrated with Ralph Angel. I was frustrated with his excuses. I was frustrated with them making excuses for him. Since he made that statement about Sam Landry, you know, somebody was going to go confront him. Charlie was going to go confront him, okay? Or Ralph said he was going to go confront him. She said, no, you can't do that right now. It's too dangerous. So Charlie said, I'm going to go confront him. And then I said, no. Me and him got history. I'm going to go confront him. Hollywood said, the hell you will. But then she said, I'm going. And so he said, all right, I'm going to go with you. They went down there and talked to Sam Landry. And Sam basically said, I don't want nothing from you but the land. And they tried to bring up the fact that, you know, we know you poisoned the land. And we got proof. We just ain't throwing around our proof all like that. He know that you was bluffing. He know you was bluffing. Because if you really had proof, you'd have been used it against him. But he got proof. He got all kind of cameras, angles of Ralph Angel, right? He said, no, I turned off all the cameras. But they put special ones in just for you. What you should have did is recorded that conversation. Y'all down here making idle threats against Sam Landry. And he done pulled y'all punk card. He said, give me the land. Up the land. Okay? Up the land. So they go back to the family and tell the family, look here, either Ralph Angel going to jail, and he going to end up missing out on the first few years of his kid's life, the same way he missed out on Drew's life in the beginning. By him being a second offender, he probably going to do a longer time. Or we give Sam Landry the land. They collectively decided, let's give up the land. Your freedom ain't nothing worth your freedom. And I was like, the hell is not. He made a choice. Let him deal with his consequences. He was not pushed into a hole. Well, how do we say, you did it, dummy? Yes, the system, the white man, all this, that, and the third, but you did it. Okay, they set you up because they knew you was going to be stupid enough to fall for it. They worked you because they knew that you could be bendable. They knew they could break you. They knew that you were weak-minded. And did you prove them right? Yes, you did, Ralph Angel. Yes, you did. You proved them right. And they got footage, like I said, angles, of you. Posing for the camera. Angles. Taking stuff. So Charlie worked out some kind of deal with Sam. That says that he gonna say Ralph Angel was working for him, so they ain't gotta investigate to the highest extent of the law like he said they was gonna do, and they gonna give Sam Landry the land. Now I'm with Ralph Angel, like, y'all just gonna give up that easy? We ain't gonna fight this. You just gonna give up that easy? And then Hollywood said something about all these ladies have done. They gave the land over to you so you could take care of it. That ain't what happened. His daddy gave him the land. Remember, the sisters was going to fight him for it. They was going to contest the will. But, I was going to say Papa Pope. That wasn't even Papa Pope. Ernest gave him the land. It was his to lose. And he didn't want to lose it. He should have took his ass to jail. Should have took his ass to jail. Ate it up. Darla said she wasn't going nowhere. Okay. He called Blue up on the phone like he was already packed his bags and heading behind the bars. Heading to the clink. He should have took his ass to jail. You have lost 800 acres of land. Y'all have fought tooth and nail to keep this land in your family. Your mama is buried there on the land. Now you gonna dig her body up. We still ain't figure out what happened with the bones at this particular point. Dig her body up and move it over to where Ernest is. Why Ernest ain't on the land buried anyway? Okay, why he not on the land buried anyway? All this because of you want revenge. I mean, you didn't just do it once. Just one. Why not one big heist to be done? No, you had to go back repeatedly. It just... Why are we having another season? This should have been it. We have lost the land to Sam Landry. You can't make this make sense. So Charlie, she feel like, I have no power in this situation. I'm a councilwoman of the town, and I didn't have any power to save my family's farm. I realize I'm powerless. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and run for Congress. This idea to me is so contradictory to what they've been preaching to us as a people. And when I say that, it's because everybody goes out and vote for the congressmen, everybody goes out and vote for the presidentes, but we don't vote on a local level. We don't put people in local levels in office that we need to handle business. She's not going for a state legislator. She's going for Congress. She thinks that she can affect what happens in St. Joe in Congress. And we have seen time and time again that once these people, these politicians get in the office, they forget where the fuck they come from. And they don't do anything significant for their people that they left behind. Because now it's all about the dog and pony show. It's all about the lobbyists and who's scratching who's back. That's what Congress is about. Who could tell the biggest lie and get by with it? You know what I'm saying? This run for Congress, I think, is not going to be is not having the same impact for me than if she had ran for a real position within the state of Louisiana, the governor, the mayor, you're a councilwoman, state legislator, something that's going to be impactful. You saying you want to save the farmers, you want to do. I don't get it, Charlie. I don't get it. I didn't get the speech. And they talking about, yeah, you're going to do the same thing that Stacey Abrams did. And Stacey's still running on state level. She's still trying to make an impact state level, not to the Congress. I guess y'all just wanted to name drop, throw out names or something. I guess that's what y'all wanted to do at this particular point. Micah at school. I guess Micah's still trying to prove to people that he could be friends with a gay man. You know, him and the old boy was in there talking about some presentation that he had to give. He dapping him up. You know, he giving the brothers dap. Two dudes walk, stop, and look. What y'all looking at that for? Y'all give me the brothers dap all the time. The universal brothers dap. Y'all do that all the time. Y'all stopping and looking. So Michael was like, well, let me go ahead and hug him up even closer. He fighting for this dude who don't even ask him to be fought for. Like, is his name Isaiah? What's the boy name? It's Bothang. That's what I'm calling him. It's an Isaiah. Bothang. Bothang ain't worried about them dudes. He can handle his own. But now it seems like Michael got to prove a point or something like that. The teacher, the professor, trying to hit on Mike again, trying to get her some good again. And he like, no, I'm grown now. When did you become grown? I don't know. That whole storyline too. I really, really wanted to watch all the rest of these episodes together and just come over here and talk about all of them together. But like Darla, remember I told y'all last time I didn't think Darla was mad enough for Ralph Angel, but she said she's angry. She's never been more angrier at him than she has ever been in life. She's been bottling all of that anger and that rage up inside of her. He lied to her. He betrayed her trust. He threatened the safety and the security, the stability of their family environment. You got a brand new wife, a child off in private school, a baby on the way, same thing as a pregnant wife. And you decide to go robbing and stealing and killing. Not killing, but robbing and stealing. And you think that made you a man. You had to sneak. So basically, you snuck into a facility to steal something from Landry's. If they hadn't set this shit up, you would have stole something that they didn't know nothing about. It would have had no impact on y'all relationship to do that because you was doing it in the dark. It wasn't like you were saying, yeah, I took your shit, now what? You know what I'm saying? It frustrated me to no end. Y'all. Vi went to go see Celine. Why did they keep making her look so destitute? She looked like a drunkard. Was she supposed to be an alcoholic as well? She went on this little story breaking down like, I'm so sorry. Like, I ain't never been touched by a real man. I only been touched by my daddy, my husband, and she said one other person. She said 3 people. I can't remember who she said, but it was 3 people. Just to let us know that she'd been abused and, you know, that's why she in the state that she in. And she's always let a man tell her what to do. What did that have to do with you trying to kiss by a husband? She wanted a real man. She thought that he was a real man. And she just a fucked up individual. And they got her looking so fucked up. And when did she develop this heavy country accent, this southern dialect? She wasn't talking like that the whole of the season. Also, in this particular episode, she got this heavy southern dialect. I told her I ain't gonna never see you nothing no more again. Going about your business. Gave her some more money. Like slipping a little $40 on the counter and telling her going by the way. She'll be back. If she ain't coming back, then her son coming back. It's gonna be something with Gabriel because she was like, I can't see Gabriel no more. You scared me to death. Now she at the shelter, y'all. Now she at the shelter. The son off in school. Why you couldn't go to the shelter in the first place? So please, I still need to know why she came to you, Vi. How did she end up in your custody in St. Joe? She fled to St. Joe is the story that y'all gave us. How'd she come to you? Somebody had put in the comment section before that maybe the shelter sent her there. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. If that's why ain't nobody else ever got sent to Aunt Vi. If the shelter is using Aunt Vi as a gateway to keep women safe, why has there never been another person been sent to Aunt Vi? The shelter did not send her there. At the end, like I said, Sam Landry came over there to talk to Ralph Angel. So I want to talk to you man to man. Make sure you're going to stick to your word. Ralph Angel like, yeah, I'm going to stick to my word. Go on, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? He went out on the land. I was waiting for him to scream a good scream like he normally do. You know, because he had a lip tremor going on. He had the lip tremor the entire freaking episode. He had the lip tremor going on. And he said it ain't over. It ain't over yet. It shouldn't have never started. This right here, the giving up of the land that y'all fought for, tooth and nail. Y'all been through hell and back over this fucking land. For you to easily give it up like this, just to keep your ass out of jail. You done been there before. I ain't never going back. Then why did you do some acts that's gonna take you to go back? It's all I got left is my pride. No, you still had your fucking family. You still had a roof over your head. Now you got 4 to 5 days to vacate the premises. Where are you gonna live now? Where are you taking your pregnant wife to go live? Child, that's this episode. I'm gonna try to watch the rest of this for all week long and give y'all summaries of these episodes. Charlie finally found out about Nova. She stopped by a house. She said something was wrong and the house still all tore up. I'm surprised that Nova went back to the house because she says she feel terrorized by the police. If you feel so terrorized, I wouldn't expect you to be there. I really wouldn't expect her to go back in the house. I mean, if anything, she'd been standing on the outside looking in. But Charlie told her, you got power within you. They try to take whatever they could from you, but then that's all they did was empower you even more. I need you to fight. I need you to get up off your back and fight like you always have. You know, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with her. Did I miss anything? No. That's it, y'all. I know, like I said, long time coming. But while I'm in this Airbnb, I got access to OWN, so I can watch it. Because I said I had found a website that I could watch it on. Nah, that wasn't a lick. All right, y'all have a good one. See you in the next video. I got to do Money Heist, y'all. That was good. Peace.